She should not be working as hard as your mother. She should not be feeling the brunt of everything. So we can't look at our wives and say, what's wrong with you? My mother was able to do it all. Your mother was barely doing it all. And now she's tired. Now she's having health problems. Now, you see it in her body. You see it in her strength. All those years of carrying it all. Why would you want to break down your wife if you love her? Yeah. Why would you want her to carry all that? Because she's not going to be healthy later on. She's going to be bitter. She's going to be resentful. It's going to break down her body, and she's not going to be the best when it's time for y'all to be, when the kids are grown and it's time to be alone. She's not going to want to be with you because she's going to remember, you left me out there. You left me out there to work by myself. You left me out there to be tired. You left me out there to be broken down, and you didn't care. So husband is thinking, kids are out of the house, hey, it's time for us to be friends. She's like, you are not my friend.
I don't really know if this is my last time, but what I know is I'm feeling just fine. My life is like a red carpet, and I'm feeling like the richest millionaire. This is my local mayor, and I'm the biggest star around here.
What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail. More importantly, you need to see that clip. I get what that woman's saying. I absolutely get it. But this is one I got to get a little bit, quote unquote, manosphere and red pill on. Everything she said, I understand it. But the interesting part about that is, I don't think a lot of times ladies take into consideration what she's talking about is how husbands get treated and how men get treated in relationship. Like, she doesn't, we can't be, we're not friends. If you let me go through all of this and just have me out there, it is what it is, man. Obviously you don't rock with me like that. And I hate to break the news to a lot of y'all, but that's how men live life. You let me just go to work and have nothing to show for it at the end of the day. That's how men live life. A lot of times we think about, like when she was talking about how women back in the day, my mother did this and she did that and she went to work and she came home, and I get all that. I get the single mother story. I do, trust me. But we don't differentiate who is a single mother because they chose to be and who didn't choose to be. You get what I'm saying? So we don't differentiate that part. So we give both of them equal credit when we shouldn't. But more importantly, we never ask the question, well, what was dad doing? Or, what was dad doing? What was their husband doing out in this world? Because what you're seeing in this modern society is this. You're seeing men and women, whether you're traditional or non-traditional, and you wanted to take on a role of a man and thought, it was easy and it was sweet. And what you're seeing is you're seeing a lot of men and women have, mental breakdowns, and they're breaking down early and they're getting sick and they're getting depressed and they're ready to quit or quiet quitting. You get what I'm saying? Or they're just straight quitting. They're just like, I can't do this. I can't handle this. This adult life is not for me. Too much pressure, everything, the bills are getting higher, the things you get are less, they running me into the ground. I get it. And all I can say is welcome to manhood. You wanted it, you got it. This is what it entails, and nobody cares. Nobody cares if you're suffering. Nobody cares if you're hurting. Nobody cares what you go through. As a matter of fact, as the woman was talking about, that man needs to still provide for that woman. It's unfortunate, but he still needs to provide for his wife. And it's still that happy wife, happy life thing. Like, if I make you happy, then my life is going to be fulfilling. And what if my life isn't fulfilled, even after I make you happy? What if I make you happy and you walk away and you walk away like, hey, it was about me, yay. And then it's like, what about me? Nothing. See, that's what, people are living out in reality. And this even goes for the men. Like, some of y'all were taught that, men are no good, dad was no good, blah, 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 et cetera, et cetera. And now you're a man in the world without kids. And you're realizing, yo, I'm a better man than my dad. And you be like, whoa, maybe, I mean, this is what he was out here doing? And he had to take care of me? Shh. And that's why you see so many men and women play this game where they go, I ain't having no kids. I ain't going through all that. I ain't, what? Because even the men say, okay, if I have a kid and I got to go through child support, I ain't having no kids. Forget all that. I'm not doing it. Because now dad went from being an abandoner and a deadbeat to, oh, this is what happened. This is what was going on. Oh, yeah, I don't want no parts of that. You ain't finna do that to me. I ain't finna be no sucker like him. It's like, oh, wow. Here we go. So now we have to take it a step further. Because, as I said a few minutes ago, what about him? Because what she's saying is like, when it's time to settle down and be in your years and, it's your empty nesters and the kids are grown, it's like, now it could be about us again. You're like, nah, you had me doing too much. I don't know if I want to rock with you. And the guys are like, that's a normal experience for men. Like, I was been doing too much for, 50, 11 years. I mean, you get used to it after a while. It's like, nah, I'm not supposed to get used to it. And it's like, oh, so it's just a one-sided equation where, I'm just supposed to get used to getting worn out and worked to the bone, and you're supposed to be on easy street. And that's a good life to you. To watch, because she was like, you people die early, men die early. What do you think they die early from? Being worked to death and being neglected. Not even taking care, like self-care and self-love. That's a nice thing to say if you got time. Most men ain't got time, and most ladies nowadays aren't trying to make time for him to have self-care and self-love. They don't care. You don't care. So, what is the guy going through? A lot. A lot of y'all are stressed out, and y'all say y'all stressed out, and y'all say y'all overwhelmed. You know why you don't hear men saying they're stressed out and overwhelmed? Because it's our normal day-to-day life. And if we say that we stressed out and overwhelmed, we're just going to say you soft, you weak, you a punk, you know what I'm saying? You need to be a real man and shut up. It's like, oh, wow. And some of that stress and overwhelm and that overwhelmed feeling comes from y'all keep adding things to these guys' plates. Why is he at working so much? Because you at home doing too much. He can't work 40 hours because you at home. And what I mean is you got to use everything when you at home. You just got to have access to everything. You don't know when to say, okay, I don't need this, I don't need that. I just got to have the possibility of everything. Let me say this, man. And it sucks, but and I've seen this in all ages and all races. I've seen so many times where the wife or girlfriend is just buying and buying and buying and buying and buying while he's at work. And like, why you work so much? Because you buying too much. You don't care that you're working them to death, as long as you have your stuff. So I get it. I absolutely get what she's saying. But I just want to, put it on the table that that's a man's normal experience, just for the record. And if it sucks for you, it sucks for us. But hey, we don't complain about it like y'all do. And you signed up to be in these situations, a lot of y'all, not the lady in the video, but I'm just saying in general. But tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
All I ask is when you lay your head on that pillow at night, I gave you everything I had.